Well, hello. Yeah, it's ready to go again. And a thought for the day is tough love. Get over it. So, if you're going to be offended, being offended is just a choice. If you are, just stop it now and go on with your life, whatever. Um, we had the eclipse on Monday, and we had the new moon, obviously, and some other things. And for me, the energy was pretty wild, and I wound up in a self-induced coma, if you will. As a shaman, I know how to do that, and I was out for probably 24 hours. No, it was 24 hours straight. So I lost a couple days during the week, and that's why I haven't been on. So, with that being said, I have a couple of things I want to say, and one of them is the post that I put up just recently, and it talks about, and there's some famous people on here that talk about the power of positive thinking. And it's not just a positive thinking, it's a way of life, honestly. You know, it's letting go of the past and putting yourself, and now these are famous people, so they know what they're talking about, right? So anyway, I posted this a few times, and today I said, I can never post this enough or say it enough until it gets through to you walking blind. The hard-headed, stubborn, ignorant, prideful, arrogant, narcissistic, stuck in their comfort zone, idiotic, life sucks, it's all about poor old me, crybabies who think the world owes them every fucking thing in life. People. Yeah, that's pretty good. And, yeah, I said, yeah, I think that about covers it. Laugh my ass off, because I think it's funny. And get a fucking life, and here's a clue. No one is responsible for your life except you. I see so many people posting negative stuff, and I won't defriend them because I know how to handle it for me, but I won't accept negative shit in my life. So, anyway, I think one of the things I want to do is explain a little bit from the Native American side. So I'm going to pick out Jews, Irish people, and blacks right off the top and let you know that you don't have a fucking thing on us, the Native Americans. The reason I'm part white is because you want to talk about chemical warfare? We were given blankets. 6 million Native Americans died from the smallpox or polio or whatever the fuck it was because it was infested in those blankets. You're going to tell me that these white fuckers didn't know that? And speaking of which, real quick, if you want to sit there and talk about taking down statues and stuff of the United States history, let's go over and blow up Mount Rushmore because that's sitting on Lakota land. But here's something I want you to do. Go and find out what the statue is that's on top of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. They call it the Statue of Freedom. That's bullshit. That's a woman dressed in Iroquois dress because the founding fathers respected the Native Americans so much that they made a statue and put it on top of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. Check it out for yourself. They took the Constitution of the United States and formed it after what they had learned from the Native Americans because we helped them. I like what Morgan Freeman said. I seen an interview that he said earlier this month, and he was talking about everybody that talks about poor me and race this and race that, and he says it's a bunch of bullshit because every single person, no matter what their skin color, has the same opportunity to do what they wish to do. If they want to stay where they're at, that's fine. If they want to excel and become successful on whatever level that may be, they have that opportunity if they choose to. So that leads to the next point. You have to be accountable and responsible for yourself. Don't let anyone else pull you down, and don't make a bunch of fucking excuses about where you're at in your comfort zone. That's a bunch of bullshit. And you're no better, none of you, no fucking race. I'm so tired of the race card. Whether it's Native American, blacks, Jews, Muslims, whatever, it's all a bunch of bullshit. And you're no better than any other man, woman, or child. I'm just tired of the whole label system. It's all bullshit. Try this one on for size. I'm a human. I'm humanity. You cut me open, or you cut me to the point where I'm bleeding, we're all the fucking same. When are you going to get through your goddamn heads that all this other bullshit is nitpicking, labeling, division bullshit that is stirred up by the elite to keep us separated? Wake the fuck up! God damn! How stupid are you? Seriously. Wake the fuck up. That's why I call you people the walking blind. If you're watching this, then you're probably awake enough to understand what I'm talking about. And those people that are out there in your life that are toxic and negative, you don't need them because they are the walking blind. But I'm also doing this to help wake you up even further to not even associate with negativity. Because it's just a bunch of bullshit. I was out with a friend of mine last night. We went to Primanti Brothers here and got a sandwich in Pittsburgh, and we were talking. I was hearing some people. They were doing one of the fantasy football things, right? And they're talking, and this one guy says, "Oh, the thing is, like, I'm in the middle of Breaking Bad and Ozarks and this and that and the next thing." And I looked at my friend and I said, I get it now. The reason that they're so into that is because they're looking for something to associate with their shadow side, because they don't want to admit that they have the same capabilities and reactions to be just as awful and ignorant as the rest of them. And it's, it's so true. And that's why I'm a master of shadows, because I've faced myself. I know that, look, if something set me off, and it has, that I was this fucking far away from killing somebody. If I would have had a weapon or something, or allowed myself to go one step further, it would have happened. And by the grace of God, Creator, all that is, that it didn't happen. But if you're willing to sit there and say, well, Red Eagle, you're a son of a bitch, and I would never do that. Well, guess what? You're wrong. I'm capable and able to recognize it in the moment when you're completely ignoring it. This is your wake-up call. Unless you're willing to face all your skeletons in the closet, as they say, is within your own shadow. You got to wake the fuck up. Seriously, straight up. Native Americans have survived, and we are grateful, and we do thrive. We have been, look into history. Our children were taken away from our families and put in Indian schools. All their hair was cut. They weren't allowed to pray and do ceremony as they were taught, and all the adults were put on reservations, and they weren't allowed to hunt and all this other stuff. And it's just some of the worst shit. When that whole thing went down with the blankets with the smallpox virus and killed 6 million Native Americans on the East Coast. Okay, we went from, if I remember correctly, 33 million in the North American continent, Turtle Island. Now this covers Canada, United States, and Mexico. 33 million down to under 1 million in probably less than 100 years. Something like that. I could be wrong, but it's close. But that just gives you an idea. And here's what I want to say is that, like, we're all in the same boat. You know, the Jews and Irish and Native Americans, and I'm sure there's others, that we were all slaves. We were all subdued. We were all fucked over big time. And we were all killed. And it was just what they did, you know. But let me just speak to these so-called African Americans. First of all, if you're in America and you were born here, you're a fucking American. That's my point. That's what I believe, because the Native Americans always accept those that are born here. You're an American. You're a human. That's the only two labels you need, right? But this stuff of, look, research it. Research your history and find out that the Native Americans and the blacks, when they were slaves, joined forces so much to the point that that's the only way that they could survive. It's also so much to the point in the South that they joined forces and went and fought in the Civil War. Along with that, here's the funny part. Only the blacks were recognized for fighting in all of the wars, beginning with the Civil War. The Native Americans were not. The Native Americans didn't gain United States citizenship until 1926. The blacks got it long before that. Check your fucking history, because you're not going to learn it in school. Neither are your kids. So you've got to start educating people. And I'll give you a prime example, and this is what pissed me off. There was a thing, that Ancestry.com thing. They had this special show, and they were doing different famous people. One was Emmett Smith. Emmett Smith did a DNA test and wound up only 5% African. You look at the man, he's pretty black, right? Did you know that he was over 15% Native American blood? Did he recognize or acknowledge the Native American whenever he was on that television show? No, he went clear back to Africa. There's nothing wrong with that. He should recognize every part of his heritage. I'm truly believing that. But God damn it, you know what? Like I just said, if it wasn't for the Native Americans, the white people wouldn't have survived, the black people wouldn't have survived. And they tried to fucking take us out just the way Hitler tried to take out the Nazis. As a matter of fact, also a point in history, did you know that the reason and how Hitler came up with that idea was how he looked back on American history and what the white man did to the Native American? Am I bitter about all this? No, not at all. This is my point. This is all the shit that's happened. You guys don't have a fucking leg to stand on compared to the Native American and indigenous peoples in Canada, United States, and Mexico. But it's not something I ponder on. It's a part of my heritage. It's made me survive. It's made me stronger. It's made you as black stronger. It's made the Irish stronger. It's made Muslims stronger. It's made all of us stronger because we are one race. One fucking race. Is called the human race. And once we decide to not allow division and labels and all this other stupid bullshit to come into our life, we're going to have the full understanding of one thing. We all have something in common. We've all suffered. We've all survived, and we're all beginning to thrive. And we need to love one another. Call me radical. Call me an asshole. Call me a dickhead. I really don't give a flying fuck because I'm going to preach this until the day I die. We need to stick together. We need to come together. Fuck the bullshit. This stuff that the government's doing and the media's doing, they're a select few people. A select few. We outnumber them by millions. We need a human revolution, not an American revolution. We need a human revolution. We need to come back together like Rodney King. Can't we all just get along? And I'm going to keep saying that too. God bless us all. We all have the power to come together and love one another. Jesus Christ, wake the fuck up, please. And like I said, I'm going to keep preaching this till the day I'll die, but goddamn it, this is tough love, and you need to fucking hear it. You can call me whatever you want. Please do it. Comment. I just want to hear it. If you're pissed off, pour it out. Let it all go. Fuck the past. Let's get on with now. Right fucking now. Let's do this. That's why I always say, dare to dream. My dream is that all this division and bullshit stops. All the negativity we just you know what? Fuck this. We're pushing it away. Because there's brothers and sisters out there that love us, and I don't give a fuck what their skin color is. I don't care who they are. I don't care what nationality they are. I don't care how old they are. I don't care how ugly they are. I don't care how fat they are. This, that, and other thing, because it's all fucking labels. Stop it. It's bullshit. We got the power, man. We got the power. We need a human revolution. We really do. And that's what's coming. That's what I see. I see it. And it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great age. It's going to be a great way of life. We're going to be loving and helping one another. I can't wait until that day. But maybe today's the beginning. This is the... You know, I did a post on Tuesday, I think, about what my vision was from the eclipse. And that's what it is. No hunger, no pain, no poverty. We all come together, we love one another, and we literally support one another. We don't look to the government. We don't look for non-profit organizations that are taking all the fucking money and putting it in their goddamn hip pocket. We're doing it ourselves. We're handing our brother $5, $10, or whatever, offering them a ride to go to work every morning for a week, taking time out of our way to help them. That's what it's all about. That's giving your hand and your help to a neighbor, a fellow human being, black, white, yellow, green. I don't give a fuck what they look like. This is what we need to do. All right. That's a little bit of tough love for the thought of the day from John Red Eagle. I love you so much. I really do. I have this vision. I believe in it. And I hope that somehow or another that you believe in it too. And that we all dare to dream. Namaste.